this dream where there was this lady, white lady, with brunette hair. She was in her 20s. And the dream really showed me how young she was. She was in her 20s, and she lived with her parents. And people thought she was a little slow because she was very uncaring. Like her brain was thawed out. I'm trying to explain this. She was like, just no emotion. A lot of times, no emotions at all. No emotions. So a lot of people thought she had a learning disability. And I was even shown how when she was in school, people thought she had some kind of learning disability because she was going to college. I guess it was college. She was going to some school. But anyway, a lot of people thought she was slow, real slow, because she was so uncaring. And just extremely nonchalant. And the dream showed how she lived with her parents, but she kept leaving to go somewhere. And so, anyway, this team of people, it really felt like more like angels or like messengers of God. That's what it really felt like. They came to arrest her. And everybody was shocked because they was like, well, all she do is just sit there uncaring and leaving the house doing nothing. And they had arrested her, and they was announcing through TV that she was responsible for killing children. It showed her being interrogated. She was real uncaring, very uncaring. She was like, yeah, I killed hundreds of kids. Yeah. But she wouldn't volunteer any information. Every time they asked her something, she just answered real nonchalant and uncaring. Just no care that she was arrested. No care, nothing. No, never shed a tear, wasn't scared, nothing. Just no feelings, zero feelings. And she was saying that they would get the kids really afraid and torture them. They would torture them and get them really afraid. And then she would take the kids. And it literally showed me a vision of her as she killed this one kid. And she would tilt the kid's head back. And she would cut the neck of this child. And their blood would drain out into something. Like, the kid was bent over backwards. And in front of her, she would take the head and bend the kid backwards. And then she would cut the neck as the blood drained out of this child. And the fact that she was so uncaring, they had showed some of her interview to the media. A lot of people could not believe it. They was like, "Is this lady, she's crazy. She just has a learning disability or something. She's slow," because she was just so matter of fact, like, yeah, they tortured them, Yeah, they got them really afraid, and when they was in the peak of their fear, that's when they called me for it to come kill them. Yeah, like she was just so nonchalant. I'm not even talking as nonchalant as she was. I have more emotion in my voice. And so people couldn't believe it. They was like, nah, there's no way that she killed these kids. And she was saying she killed hundreds. And I was part of this team, by the way, that was interviewing her. I don't know if I was there when they arrested her, but I was part of the interviewing team. And I was saying, no, she's killed thousands. She's killed thousands of kids. And I was the lead persecutor. She had to go to court. And I was the lead persecutor. But this, how can I explain this court? And I didn't feel anything about being in another dimension or anything like that. I really just think this was a symbolic dream, just showing me about what's going on and how they've been torturing and killing these kids. And so anyway, this court was, how can I explain it? Like the judge seat was really high. I want to say it was about maybe 15 feet off the ground. Like above my head, it was probably about, well, I said 15 feet, but now that I think about it, above my head, it was probably only about 4 feet above my head. But so about 9 feet off the ground. But that's still really high, you know. It was different. I don't think judge seats are that high. And this one was high. So it was really like, I don't know if it was God that was judging her. It didn't reveal that to me because I couldn't see the face of this man. I could only see he was wearing a black judge outfit, but it literally only showed me the neck down. I didn't see his face. So it could have been God. I don't know. And he had a gavel and she was being judged. And I was the lead prosecutor. And I was trying to convince everybody that she had killed thousands of kids. And nobody, not nobody, a lot of people believed it. And they was appalled and really hurt. A lot of people was really hurt at all the kids that she had killed. But a lot of people didn't believe it because they was just like, nah, that young lady, she's only like in her 20s. And I remember in the dream, it felt like she was just this really evil, wicked, evil, cold-hearted, callous, unemotional. And I remember when I first woke up, I said, was she a demon? Like, I don't know. The dream didn't reveal that to me, if she was a demon. But, oh yeah, let me tell you this part too. I forgot. When it showed me her killing these kids, there was a group of them. And at one point they was in a circle and they was wearing these outfits. They looked brown to me. They could have been black, but they looked like a dark brown. And they was like a dark brown, what you would think of like Merlin would wear, like a monk would wear. I forget what these outfits are called. There's literally a name for these outfits. And Christians would wear an outfit like this too, but white. And I know that because I was shocked. God taught me that. He literally taught me that. That's why I know this outfit. And it means, and I've discussed it in another video before. And if I can hunt that video down, I'll put it in the description box. But it means a person who has devoted themselves to God in terms of chastity. What's the other one? Chastity. They've taken a vow of chastity, poverty, and what is the last one? Oh, I forget. Obedience, I believe. Chastity, poverty, and obedience. The saints, it actually goes back thousands and thousands of years, even to biblical times. The saints would wear an outfit like that. And it meant that they took a vow of obedience, chastity, and poverty to the Lord. And I need to explain what this outfit means. It's important. But as I researched this outfit, I also understood what it meant in terms of the devil's kingdom. You know, a lot of Catholics wear that outfit as well. So anyway, back to this vision. What it means for them is that they have taken a vow of chastity, obedience, and poverty to the devil. And that's why you see people like Merlin and people that do magic. A lot of times, like Disney, if you look at Disney's first cartoon, he let people know what Disney was all about. In that first cartoon, Mickey Mouse was wearing that outfit, saying that he's devoted to the devil and he was doing magic. It was a black and white cartoon. It's the very first cartoon. He was doing magic and wearing that outfit. That outfit means, and when you wear it for the devil's kingdom, it means you have taken a vow of obedience, chastity, and poverty to the devil. Like you are devoted to Satan. Devoted to the craft is another way you can word that, because that is another way it's worded. Devoted to your craft. Devoted, when his craft was magic. And so that's why these people was wearing it. Now in the devil's kingdom, they will wear that outfit, but a lot of times you see that they still get married and things like that. But not all of them do. Like Merlin, we never saw him with, a wife that I know of. And other people that do a magic, that's why a lot of wizards wear that outfit. And in these movies like Lord of the Rings, I can't remember, Gryffindor or whatever. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I'm probably totally murdering the name and saying it all type of wrong. I don't know. I don't remember because that was years ago. But the wizard in there, he wore that outfit, and they never showed him with a wife or anything like that. So that's what that outfit means. Just so you understand, they wear it in like a dark brown, and sometimes they wear it in black, and that's what it means. So anyway, these people was wearing that outfit, and they was like in a circle at one point, and they was showing me they was doing witchcraft. I didn't see the actual type of witchcraft, but I had a knowing that they was doing witchcraft, and they was chanting something, and they was torturing the kid. It didn't show me how they was torturing the kid. Thank God the Lord did not show me that part. And so anyway, after they would torture this kid, they would call her forth. And I want to say that they had a slash around their outfit too, like some kind of a slash belt around it. Anyway, they would call this lady forth, and it was her job to cut the kid's throat and everything. And she was just really nonchalant and uncaring. And she just walked up and showed me one kid. It looked like a boy. He had blonde hair. And she just walked up and just bent him backwards, leaned his neck back and cut his neck. And it showed it to me like a mirage. Like I didn't see it that clear. And I thank God for that, because that would be very hurtful to see something like that. But it didn't. At this point, the boy was like a mirage. So it didn't really show me. But I could see what looked like blood, even though it was like a mirage. I could see that, and I could see it pouring out from his neck, and he was collecting it in something, probably a cauldron, because a lot of people that do witchcraft, they collect blood in a cauldron. And you know, I could go into that more, but I'm just gonna say a cauldron. I don't think I need to say more than that. It's a basin. Basically, it's a basin. A lot of these concepts, though, they take the things of God and they twist them. But I could say more, but this video is already long enough, and I need to finish it. So I'm just gonna go. I mean, I could literally do a whole video about this video. If I did a video about this, it would be a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. I mean, it can go on to the rest of my life, just doing a video about all the things that they take from God and twist. Anyway, so the dream showed me a vision of that. And so in court, I'm trying to convince them. And some people believed and some people didn't believe. And in this dream, it felt like I needed all of these people to believe, and not just this judge. Like, even though the judge was doing the judging, he was doing the judging. But I felt like I needed to convince everybody. Like, I felt that burden. Like, I need to convince them and show them that this lady is guilty. And so what I did is, when they called her, they also called the ring, this torturing ring of children. And it was a lot of children who had not been killed yet. And so I had to call them to the stand. And when I called them to the stand, they explained how the torturing took place and how she was there, and how she was participating, and she was just real nonchalant and uncaring. Like, she didn't do the actual torturing, but they talked about how she killed those kids. And the dream didn't let me hear exactly what these kids were saying, but it was so gruesome. Everybody knew that she was guilty. And so these kids was also helping me to persecute her. Like, it reminds me of Judgment Day, how the saints will come forth, and the people who have been persecuted, they will come forth and they will be able to talk. Like, I didn't see the actual dead kids, but it was the ones that were still alive. And they were saying, yes, she's done this. And she didn't care. She had no fear. When the kids came to testify against her, she was so nonchalant, like, whatever. And then it showed her, it showed at one point in the dream, it showed her being arrested and going to prison and everything. And she just didn't care. She just had no feeling at all about nothing. Completely nonchalant and uncaring. Like, it was crazy. Like, she just didn't care at all. Didn't care about the judge, didn't care about court, didn't care about nothing. And so I knew that she was going to be found guilty though. And in the whole ring, it was other people that was arrested as well. But it really just focused in on this one lady. Anyway, that was the dream that I had. I think that for God to give me this dream, I already know about all of this stuff. I mean, that's why I sound so, if I sound nonchalant, it's because I've known this stuff for many, many years, many years. There will probably be people who have never heard these things before, and this will probably be shocking to them. Like, why are you having a dream like that? That's crazy. That's a demonic dream. They will probably think that way, but no, this is real. God is bringing attention to what they are doing to these children. You know, other watchmen have did excellent videos about it. OTG has done an excellent video about it. And, you know, maybe I can post her video or at least put it in as a link in the description box, because you need to see that. And other watchmen, I have I'm pretty sure I have a whole playlist, because I studied this stuff years ago, and I'm pretty sure I have a whole playlist about them torturing these children and these horrible things they did to these children. And as Christians, we should be praying for these children. So, you know, anybody saying, well, you shouldn't have a dream like that, we should be praying for these children. Because I don't, you know, I get angry sometimes because it makes me sad to hear people say things like that, because it's like they don't care. It's like they don't want to hear about these children suffering because they just don't care. And that's very hurtful to me. But we should be praying for these children, you guys. I pray for these children all the time in this world. Sinners, sinner children, saved children, whatever. I pray for children in general. We should be praying for these children as long as they have a human soul, which these children did. And they was going through great torture and murder. It was horrible, you guys. And I don't want to get emotional about it, because if I really get emotional, I will start crying. And because it really, really hurts me. Really, really hurts me to know, because I know what these kids go through. I know what they go through. I even have a personal testimony, not of things that happened to me, but things that happened to someone close to me. Okay, but I don't want to go into that. This stuff is real. Okay, this stuff is real. Pray for the children. Watch these videos if you don't understand what is happening in this world, what they are doing to these children. Watch the videos, okay, that I will put in the description box. I will put some supporting videos there. I love you.